good morning. Welcome back to True Talk with Dee Dee. Actually, let's be clear. It's actually good evening. It's like a mixture. But I just wanted to let you guys know your girl Dee Dee, I'm back. Now I know I don't leave no more than like maybe a day or maybe 3 days. It takes me to post, but I'm very consistent because you do not see me going for a week. Let's be clear, because a lot of YouTubers out there, they be going for almost a month. You be like, well, dang, what is the consistency at? But you ain't got to worry about that with You Talk with Dee Dee, okay? So, babies, I just wanted to say, I hope all is well. I hope this message finds you well. I hope you guys are in good spirits. I'm going to be honest, I haven't been feeling like myself lately. I'm not sure what it is, but guess what? My God is still powerful. My God is still good. And this message is still on fire, okay? So we're not going to change that for nothing or no one, okay? And we bind any demonic spirit that does not belong to me, any spirit that is unclean and not mine, any spirit that's trying to feel fatigued, sick. We bind it right now in the name of Jesus because God is good. And this message is going to be on fire today. As you can see by the title, we say we want love, but do we know what real love look like? That's a true statement. And let me explain something before I go into that very deep and further. I'm not talking about love from just a man, love from just a woman. I'm really talking about sometimes from your friends, sometimes from, associates, just people you can meet in general and think really care about you and really love you. You have to know what it look like. And I'm not talking about your children. Of course they love you. That is some people, that's children you birthed or raised or adopted. So I'm not talking about that. We are talking about people of the opposite sex and the same sex that are not really, I wouldn't say not related to you, but you didn't have them. Let's just take kids out the equation. We're gonna leave kids out because your kids love you. You know that. And kids are gonna be what? Children. So we're just talking about maybe a boss you fell in love with. I'm just being clear. And this boss got outside of work and telling you they love you. Maybe it's friends that you think that love you and say it all the time and they show different actions. Maybe it's your husband. Sorry, not sorry, but that's true. Maybe it's your boyfriend. Maybe it's your friend group. Maybe it's your sisters, your brother. These are true things, guys. I mean, we feel like these people love us because they're family, right? We feel like these people love us because they're not going to say they love us if they don't, right? That's what we tell ourselves. And sometimes we are bamboozled by what love really looks like. I'm going to be honest. This is just my opinion and suggestions. You guys do not have to take what I'm talking about today as facts. I'm not reading it out of a scripture about love, even though God has his definition of love, and I believe God's love, right? So my thing is, I will share that with you also because I'm on the same page with my Father. Okay, if it quack like a duck, it's a duck. Okay, so I'm the kind of person that even though these are my suggestions, they are my opinions, you are welcome to comment on any part of it if it doesn't make sense or if you don't agree, or hey, you might say, Dee Dee, I actually agree with you. So regardless to what, drop it in the comment section. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to opinions. I'm just open, guys. And you should know that by now, right? So, guys, let's talk about it for a second. Our basic thing of love, right? Let's give the basic definition of love. The basic definition of love is someone who treats you kind, who is patient, who is very humble, don't brag, don't boast, really try to help you out, really try to be there, share their thoughts with you, allow you to have a great space and create a space for yourself. Somebody that don't just say, I love you, and have bad actions behind it, right? So that's pretty much a chimey definition of love, right? I looked up Google definition of love, y'all. It's very vague. I looked up the Bible definition of love, and it's pretty much the fruit of the Spirit. That is love, right? So if you could ask God or you say, Lord, show me the fruit of the Spirit in the Word of God, he's going to show you the fruit of the Spirit, and I stand by that. That is love. This is where the problem happens. It's not about what you know about love. It's not about what you think love should be. It's the fact that even in your own description, Even in your own description, you knowing what love looks like, you're still not getting that kind of love. Say I'm wrong. I'll wait. I'm going to say some of us, but majority of us, honestly. But I'm going to say some to keep this fair. Some of us are not getting the love that we deserve and the love that we are actually desiring. That's why a lot of times you're looking other places to get the love because you're still lacking that one component, right? Love, right? And the reason we're lacking that component is we set our expectations to get that love and to receive that love, but we didn't ask ourselves, are we giving that love to ourselves first? Let me say it again. We set our expectations and we're asking for that love, but did we give ourselves that love first? That's a good question, Dee Dee. I don't think I'm loving myself enough to know that I deserve better. Because if we was giving ourselves the love that we believe we should have, we will not let anyone give us less than. I'm going to tell you why. But before I tell you why, you got to stay tuned to be what? In tune. So let me tell you what my experience and what I believe love to be first. For me, love is when you consider me. You care about my feelings. You care about my emotions. You respect me to the point where you consider everything that could either hurt me or everything that I don't know. And let me give you an example. If I'm cooking fried chicken and I told you, babe, I'm cooking dinner tonight. And you said, okay, babe, that's good. I can't wait to eat dinner. But you come into the house with dinner. You would say, well, Dee Dee, that's beautiful. I mean, he brought the dinner. But I just told you I'm cooking. That's not taking my feelings in consideration. I slaved over this stove. And yet you come in the house with dinner. And I told you I already had it. I still look at that as a form of not taking me and being considerate. Taking me in consideration or being considerate the fact that I cooked. I'll give you some more. Let's say we got to go to a party. We get dressed up. Everybody look nice. It's a birthday party on my family side for one of my nieces. Okay? I told you about this party 3 weeks in advance. You knew she was having a birthday party. You are aware of it. You know the location. You know the time. And you also know the date. The date comes and you look at me and say, babe, I'm too tired. I'm exhausted. And maybe you worked. Maybe you did go to work. Okay? But just hear me out. You tired, you exhausted, and you tell me that day of, on that same day, I ain't gonna say day of, I'm gonna say that same day, that you can't make it. Again, you did not take me in consideration. You didn't take my family in consideration, nor did you take how important this birthday party was to me. Even if you had to work, even if plans change, even if you weren't feeling better or feeling great, and you decided in your spirit that you knew you might not be able to go, don't make the promise that you will go. Communicate with me how you feel in advance. If you're not sure how you're going to feel in advance, then guess what? You know what somebody told me? And this is a real statement. You under promise and over deliver. Or you don't make promises at all. When you under promise, that means I'm not going to promise you. I'm going to say maybe because I know I worked that week. And I don't know how I'm going to feel. So, babe, I'm not sure. I'll get back with you because I don't want to tell you yes and it can possibly be a no. That's taking me in consideration. That's taking the event in consideration. But to me, you're showing me that you really care about how that could affect me. That's what I call for my love. Okay? Here's another love language for me. Consideration is one, right? Another love language for me is respect. If I'm respecting you, you should also respect me. And let me give you some examples of what I look at as disrespect and what I look at as respect. When, let's say, you come in and you have a real bad day. Your day is horrible. And it won't the greatest, but you still had to show up and you came home. And you said, babe, I know you want to talk to me about a whole lot of stuff that happened with you today. I know that right now you got a lot on your plate. And I know You probably looking at me like, babe, you look, dried and tired, and I ain't saying much to you. I ain't hugging on you. I ain't kissing you. I ain't even acting like I'm surprised or happy to see you. But out of respect to the fact that I know you've been home, you've been here, you my woman. I'm just letting you know. Please bear with me. That's a form of respect. You respect me enough to tell me how you're feeling, what you're doing. You shared your feelings, and you let me know that I may not be who I walked out I was today. I'm gonna come in a whole different person because I had a rough day. But you giving me a chance to know why. You're not just disrespecting me. So I'm gonna tell you a form of disrespect. I don't know how your day went. You didn't come in the house and make no announcement. But when you got in, you're being nasty. When you got in, we having arguments for nothing because you didn't have a great day. But instead, you slamming stuff. You getting mad at me. You calling me out my name. You disrespecting the kids. This is just an example. And all you can say to me is, I had a bad day. What you think? Nasty attitude, nasty disposition. Don't care about how my day was. Don't care about me at all. Now that still go hand in hand with consideration, but it also is a form of disrespect because you started disrespecting me because you didn't get the respect you deserve when you were at work. But instead of letting me know your day was bad and you were still being in a respectful manner and considering the fact that I may have also had a bad day, you came in and told me. But instead, you said nothing. And all you did was lash out on me because you was not happy when you left, I guess when you left work or left the door. You feel what I'm saying? The whole point I'm making is these are my love languages. And my love language is when you consider me, you care about me. When you show respect, you love me. So that's another love language for me. My third love language after after consideration, after respect, my third love language, which I'm so big on, is honesty. That's my third love language, is honesty. If you lie to me, now some people do not agree with this statement. Some men, I'm going to say, some men don't agree. Some men believe that if I lie to you, it's because I care enough about your feelings not to hurt you, so I lie to you. I'm sorry. If you lie to me, you do not give me the opportunity to know the truth, to decipher between what I should do and how I should react to this situation, what you're telling me, or anything. You shutting me out, you shutting me down, and you don't care how I feel. And if you're lying to me, I don't know how much you're lying to me. Meaning, if you start with a little lie, I believe you're lying to me about everything. I can no longer trust you. Once you lie, the trust goes out the door. So for me, my 4 love languages are all wrapped up in one. Consideration, respect, dishonesty, and trust. Even though I would like to believe dishonesty and trust is the same thing. Because once you're dishonest, you create that lack of trust, right? Once you're inconsiderate, you create that lack of disrespect. So a lot of my stuff really goes hand in hand. Those are my love languages. If you come in and you respect me, if you come in and you respect everything and you say, babe, I love you, and you're respecting me, and you're not only respecting me, but you're being honest to me. You're not only being honest to me, but you're considering me. You're not only being considerate, but you're also being trustworthy. Then you love me. Period. That's love. If I get those 4 components from you, that is love. Now, let me tell you, I feel like that on every scale. I don't just feel like that when it comes to my relationship with my significant other. I don't just feel like that when it comes to a relationship with a boyfriend. I don't just feel like that when it comes to a relationship with my sister, my brother, my aunt, uncle, cousin, brother, okay? All down the line. That is what I look for. Those are my love languages. Regardless of how I deal with you, regardless of who you are in my life, and regardless of what we do with our time together. That is respect overall to me. Okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Some people would say their love language is you don't cheat on me. Right? They'll say that. Some people say my love language is, Dee Dee, when you not only that you honor me and consider me, but you really give me my space to be myself. Some people have love language for that. Some people have love language. Send me flowers. Buy me chocolates. Just a just because card or appreciation. Appreciate me. Those is a lot of types of love languages that we all have. But the question is, regardless of what your love language is and what you consider to be your love language, is anybody respecting or giving you what you're asking for in your love language? We can ask people to respect us all day, but are we actually demanding that type of respect? Let me tell you what I mean by that. We can ask people to consider us all day, but are we actually demanding that type of consideration? Are we putting our foot down when they don't consider us? Are we putting our foot down when they don't appreciate us? Are we putting our foot down when they disrespect us? Are we putting our foot down when they don't care about how they treat us overall? Now, I'm going to tell you what I mean by are we putting our foot down. It has to be a priority. And it has to be something you not necessarily demand, not necessarily push upon, but it has to be something you require. So I'm going to use the word require. I'm going to take demand back and I'm going to use require. You know, when you go to a job interview and let's say you are applying for an HR assistant or you're applying for an admin job, right? And in that admin job, before you apply for it, you look at what? The job description, right? And those job descriptions are what you call requirements. And those requirements mean if you do not meet these requirements, you do not get the job. That is the same way we must love ourselves, ladies, men. We have to require that. When you, excuse me, y'all, when you love yourself the right way and you love yourself enough to know what you will not handle, will not take, and will not allow, you are requiring it. I would not hire an HR assistant if she does not at least have an associate's degree. I would not hire an HR assistant if she does not have at least a year to 2 years, any type of HR skills related to her degree. I'm just not going to hire her for that. That's a requirement. If I let her walk in with, no shade to it, but listen and hear me out. I let her walk in to the office and she said, I'm coming in for the HR assistant position. I hire her on the spot. I don't ask her about none of her skill set. I don't require nothing for her education. She come in and I say, hey, do you know anything about recruiting? What's that? Okay, no problem. I can train you on that. Okay, do you know anything about onboarding? Onboarding. I never did onboarding. I used to work at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's for 10 years and I ain't do onboard. I ain't onboard nobody. Oh, okay, no problem. No problem. I'll train you on that. Do you know anything about taking calls? A multifaceted phone may be 1 to 10 lines. I mean up to 10 lines. I answered phone before. I answered my own cell phone. I answer phones. Other jobs I answered phones. I've been in a call center, but I don't know about no switchboard or no multi-phone line. Oh, okay. We'll train you on that. Do you know what I'm doing? Come on now, somebody talk to me. Somebody in that comment right now before I say it. Do you know what I'm doing? I'm settling. You see how God just showed y'all that? I'm settling. I'm letting somebody walk in with no skills, no experience, no requirement. I'm just accepting it and I'm settling. I am willing to train her on everything that is listed on that job description. Do you know what that means? It's going to be more work for me because I got to stop what I'm doing and train her the whole way through from beginning to end. And since I didn't require her to have these skills or have this education, she don't know anything. So I'm going to have to stop and keep training. And guess what that does for me? It lowers the morale. It shows everybody else around the office that I don't care about myself. It gives people the right to say, hey, she don't care who she hired. And do you know that's the same thing in your relationship? Just think about it for a second. Think about it for a second. You let him or her come through that door. You hired her on the spot. You said, "Yeah, I'll go out with you. We can go out." She came in. You didn't like her outfit. It looked like she was a woman of the street. You didn't appreciate his attitude. He looked like he got a nasty attitude. You saw his anger when you went out to the club. You saw how nasty he was when you made the phone call. You saw the way he was treating you before you even said we can go out. You saw the way she was acting, and you saw how shifty and her energy was before you even told her, yeah, you're a dater. So you was doing what? You settled. Then you in the relationship now. And now you got to train her on how you are supposed to be respected. But because you required so much, but did no requirement check and did so little, your requirement got depleted. So all of what you was expecting from this person, now you got to go and train them how to treat you. Do you know how much work that takes to train somebody on how to treat you? When you already know what you are requiring for yourself. What you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is before they enter that door, you have to have a requirement, honey. Yes, you do. If it feels like the relationship or the dating is getting further and things are getting serious, you have to let them know, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Any form of disrespect is a no-no for me. Any form of lying is a no-no to me. When I feel like I can't trust you, you're already out of the game. I require that because if I'm going to fall in love with someone and love someone the right way and know what love really is, I love myself enough to know I require you to do these things, because if you come in here and I don't require it, I'm going to face a lot of turmoil. You know what you're going to face if you don't require these things? And some of you are already in these things right now. And I know this may be a trigger, but this is true. You probably say, Dee Dee, what was you at before I got married? What was you at before I started dating? Dee Dee, what was you at when I needed you? I'm right here now. Listen to me. Some of you are in an abusive relationship because you did not require to be respected. Some of you are in a mental, emotional, and physical abusive relationship because you did not require the respect at all or consideration. You didn't require it. He was cute. You liked him. You dated him. You let him in. Now he in your heart. Then you know how to get rid of him because you're in love. But guess what? He's not in love with you. If someone cannot meet your requirements, they're not ready for you. That's like with any job. If I can't go to that workplace and meet the requirement of that position, I need to go ahead and skip that job title. That job is not for me. I cannot meet the requirement. That person is not for you. They don't meet your requirement. You ask for respect and you can't even get it in your own house. You ask for someone to come in and consider your feelings and your emotions, and they throw it back in your face. You ask God to help you remove this person because you can't do it anymore. All you had to do was require more for yourself because you knew what you was not going to tolerate and you knew what you would. And some of us have allowed people to come in our life and do us just like that and tolerate it. I know you're probably ashamed to say that you've been tolerating this for years. Be honest with yourself. You on True Talk with Dee Dee platform for a reason. And when we do our podcast, ladies, this is exactly how real and raw it's going to get, if not more. Okay? So when that launch in August, be prepared. This stuff is real. People don't realize love's supposed to be beautiful. It is supposed to make your heart smile when you walk in the door. Love is supposed to hold you. Love. So many things I got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't. Look. You already know the song. When you require love, it's supposed to feel like music. When someone loves you, it is supposed to be an easy thing. You're not supposed to feel like every day is combative. I got to hide myself because the person is jealous or envy. I got to assert myself because they're trying to take control or be powerful. This goes for any man or woman who's going through this. Don't you know when you are getting the right love, it's aligned with your soul, not just your heart? When you are getting the right love, it is aligned with your soul, your spirit, and your mind. Don't you know love feeds you? And don't you know sometimes love can leave you hungry? Love can leave you hungry when you're not getting it. Love can leave you depleted when it ain't right. Love can lead you to more hunger. I'm sorry, that's getting a little emotional, but it can. When you're not getting love the right way, it takes everything from you. Because when we love with our mind, our body, our spirit, and our soul. So that's why it's very important to know the difference. That's why it's very important to know what it really looks like, ladies and gentlemen. The hardest thing you can do to yourself is convince yourself that you are in love and that they love you because you really trying to help them love you. I should not have to train you on something that you already should have walked in here with. I should not have to tell you how to be a grown man or a grown woman. This should already been a skill that you've acquired. This should already be something that you have within you. Now, I know some people would say, well, what about when they come from abusive relationships themselves? What about when they come from hurt or pain themselves and they can't love? Then why would you accept it knowing that they can't? What does that say about how you love yourself? What does that say about you? You cannot give me no excuse. No one can. Love is not just an emotion, guys. It is life and breath. What, don't y'all know God is of love? Now that's the only one I can honestly say in my heart. He meet all my requirements and then some. Let's be clear. God died on a cross for our sins. Oh, he definitely loved me. He more than loved me. He more than cared about me. God more than considers me. He more than respects me. He more than told me I can trust him. He showed me. He was on the cross, y'all. Nails in his hand. Thorns in his head. He died for us. No, you're not going to ever get that from man. But let's be clear. When you know that kind of love, don't it make you want the right love? I'll say it again. When you know that God is that kind of love and that's what love look like, don't that make you require and want that love? You may never have that kind of love, but you want something at least close to it. The man may won't die for you, but he won't put his hand on you. He might won't die for you, but he won't call you out his name, out your name. I'm sorry. He might won't die for you, but he won't disrespect you. He might won't die for you, but he ain't gonna lie to you. You have to require more, but you also got to know what love is. And love is everything that you require. Love is that heart beating right now because you know that you're not getting it. Love is them tears that's coming down your face because you realize you don't feel like your family love you. Now you may say, Dee Dee, how do we require our family to love us? The same way we do with a relationship. The moment they are out of line and be disrespectful, you got to start early. Now let's say you say, well, Dee Dee, I watched this and it's a little too late. I've been letting my mama disrespect me. Well, Dee Dee, I watched this and it's a little too late. I've been letting my cousins or my sister or my brother, my aunt, uncles disrespect me. It ain't too late. It ain't too late. You still have a requirement you have to meet. So what you do is you resubmit an application. You say, hello, let me reintroduce myself. How you doing, Uncle Terry? Uncle Terry say, hey, baby girl. Yeah, how are you? I'm glad everything is well. Well, baby girl, I need you. Hold on before you start. So, Uncle Terry, let me explain something to you. You are going to respect me the way I come in here and respect you because my mother taught me to do that for you. Uncle Robert, you're not going to put your hands on me the way you've been putting your hands on me. You're going to respect my kids and me because what you're doing is inappropriate and it's wrong. I could have been called the police on you. But these are just examples, y'all. Or, Ma, I have my own home. You do not have to disrespect me. I do not disrespect you. You taught us about respect. Respect is earned. And if I give it, I expect the same thing. Then, y'all, I don't want y'all to get off of here and get yourself in any kind of trouble. Okay? These are for adults. If you are an adult and you are over 18, you do have the right. And I know I don't have a lot of young viewers, but even if I do, and I'm talking about when you're talking to your parents, and I'm talking about when you're talking to your siblings and your aunts and your uncle that's older than you. That's what I'm talking about. You have respect and you tell them what you're not going to accept, and you say it the right way. Now, if you're in a relationship, you require it, period. I don't care how old you are. Now, I will hope that some of us are not dating while we 13, 14, 15 years old, because that's too young. But regardless to what, the application needs to be resubmitted. If that person that you are dealing with, whether it's family, friend, or foe, let me reintroduce myself. I have let you do this to me for so long. I will not tolerate this anymore because I love myself enough to know that this is not love. And you say period at the end. There is nothing else that need to be said when it comes to somebody disrespecting you, cheating on you, lying to you, hurting you, and abusing you at any cost. You should not be accepting that. And we know that ain't love. Real love comes from our soul, our body, our mind, and our heart. In our life, in life, you will know when you come across something that isn't love, because your body will not feel good to be aligned with it. You will no longer feel safe in that place. You will no longer want to share that space with that person, because you will start to see, in your body will tell you, this is not right. That's when you know it's not real. When everything you require is not even in your situation. Guys, I love you enough to share that with you. The hardest part about even bringing this to awareness is that a lot of us forget that we deserve the right kind of love. Some of us think that we don't get love because it's karma, or we deserve what we're getting to us, and maybe you can't find real love and this is what you got to accept and tolerate. That's not true. If someone is not showing you love and they are not being there for you, they are not respecting you, they're putting their hands on you, they're mistreating you with their words, and they are not considering you at all, please, that is not love. Get out of that relationship. I don't care what ship is in. If it's a relationship with a significant other, if it's a relationship with your father, your mother, if it's a relationship with your aunt, cousin, uncle, I don't care. Get out of that relationship. Now, this is what I would say. Because you're resubmitting your application to them and you're reintroducing yourself, give them a chance to show that they can do it. Because maybe you have not been requiring it. But if you required it and you were blue in the face and you said, Dee Dee, I didn't say this and I didn't talk, then get out. Because that person is not trying to change and they don't care. Love is beautiful, babies. Love feels so good that you can't wait to go home. Love feels so passionate that you can't wait to see your significant other. When he or she hugs you, whether it's family, friend, or foe, when he or she hugs you, whether it's your relationship, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whether you're married, it feels so sacred and you feel so safe. You will know when you have real, true love. You feel so many butterflies. You feel so great. Your space feels not only safe, but it feels like you can just melt, and it feels like an angel hugging you. It's the most beautiful, passionate thing you can ever endure. Love is beautiful, ladies. Love is beautiful, men. It is not combative. It is not envy. It does not boost. It is not jealousy. Love is everything. And I need you guys to understand, in order to have love, you have to have the love that you are requiring. I don't want to hold you guys up. I hope this segment really touched a lot of you babies out there. And I pray that you not only love on purpose, but I pray that on purpose you find the right love if you have not already. Again, continue to stay tuned in to True Talk with Dee Dee. I love my babies on purpose. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you till next time. Bye.